Warriors of Fate by Capcom. This is a game that I like to call not Golden Axe, but almost. Oh. How about I bring the microphone down here?
Now what are you doing?
That might help.
Jack Flax says to always keep your gun loaded.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow, good sir. I don't normally stream on Mondays, but my son is away from college. My daughter is at band practice, and my wife is volunteering for a school project, which leaves me home in front of the computer. So let's see. I've got. Let me see if I've got my coin up buttons and everything mapped to the joystick. I do not. God, I just did all this. I'm going to redo it in MAME. Stupid MAME. Let's see what this does. All right. Input this game. Player one. Button. Okay. Nope, that's all good. Just my coin up buttons weren't working. 9. Coin 1 button 9. Okay. And start. Okay, so let's go down to there's another one. Is it dip switches? No. Input, general. Oh, here we go. Other controls. No, that's done. And that's done. Everything should be working. Oh, maybe I wasn't on the right window. Let's try this. Ha ha! Dun dun dun! The Warriors of Fate! Let's check our volume levels here. A little quiet. Hey, Mr. Razoo. I'm just doing some Monday night streaming. Everybody else is out of the house. And so we're just kicking it tonight. This is how we kick it when we have... there was a time when parents leaving the house, everybody being out of the house meant cranking up some MTV. Throwing a frozen pizza in, and now it means unfettered computer time. It means people not bothering me. I can play the computer. Play the computer games, as the kids say. No, my kids wouldn't say that. Don't you hit me from the back, buddy. You want some horse action? Give it to you. I was gonna run over him. I'll run over this guy. Don't stab me, I'm a horse. You know, I think the first... I mean, when I think of these type of games, I immediately think of Golden Axe. You know, I think Golden Axe was kind of, geez Louise, a lot of dudes. Just run over him with my horse. You gotta stay on the horse for as long as you can. The horse gives you the high ground here. Yeah, it is similar to the D&D games. Except for the D&D games, can you do this? Hiya! Turn around, dude. We'll strike them with fire. Something, something. So these guys have bombs. Always good in a medieval beat 'em up is when somebody shows up with bombs. Oh. Not my horse! Stay away from my horse. Oh no. That's my horse left. Some chicken. I don't need it. I feel like that's not a... I don't need this stuff yet. Oh, I want that chicken. Let's see. What is today? Is today Monday or Tuesday? Today is Monday, so I will definitely be streaming Wednesday. The pool is nice, not gonna lie, but I will say that the pool is not as much maintenance as people led me to believe, but there is pool maintenance. I think having salt water versus chlorine greatly decreases the amount of work. I have heard my friends saying, oh, when, what is that just? I think of batteries? Oh, scrolls. Oh, you need this big sword here. Turn this Ginsu. We're going to Ginsu up this place. Oh, yeah. I had friends who told me, one of the worst things was when you had to shock the pool, that it was very expensive and you had to go buy chemicals and do all those things. But with our saltwater system, to shock the pool, you just press a button on the filter system, and it releases more salt than was in there before. So it just changes the ratio of salt going into the system. So it's not any more work at all. Oh no. And the other nice thing about it is, I don't know when the last time you bought like massive amounts of salt was, but salt's pretty cheap. A 20-pound bag of salt is just a few dollars. So, and to add salt to the system, you literally get a giant bag of salt and cut the top off and throw it into the pool. And then it just mixes up and that's it. So, very, very low maintenance. The other thing, which you may know from science class, is that everything is buoyant in salt water. Maybe you didn't learn that from science class. Maybe you learned it. Maybe you went to the ocean once and noticed that you floated. And so, oh no, don't do that. And so, you can just literally just go out there and lay in a pool and float. Just float on your back. And, so the, salt water, the downside, what we were told is that the, good lord. I guess that guy's just gonna stab me to death. Where's my slide button? Nope. Done killed me. Super fair that these archers are here when I can get a tiny dagger. This guy looks fair. I'll steal your horse if I can. Haha! Oh boy. So, oh, bomb the horse. Bomb the horse, then the horse runs off, and I'm the one that takes the damage. Oh, he body slammed me. I've noticed that, you know, I played the D&D game, I played other D&D games. You gotta take care of those missile guys. Anybody that shoots arrows at you gotta get those guys first. Like that guy. They just kick your butt from afar. So yeah, the other thing that's nice about the pool, to be honest with you, is like we've got, you know, nice pools around. I mean, like there's a community center pool, there's a YMCA has a nice pool. Like they all have nice pools, you know. Hey, Soup, good to see you in here. Hang as long as you can. We're just BSing tonight, beating up on some medieval dudes that deserve it. I don't know why they deserve it. We always assume in these games we're the good guy, right? But we could just be some total jerk that's shown up and we're like defeating fighting good guys. But no. They as I chew ice on a stream, that's great. The salt does not make you itchy or anything like that. Pound on button. I'm pounding on the button. I don't seem to be eating very fast. Am I supposed to pound a different button? Oh, that was the coin up button. That didn't help. Why am I not eating? I'm eating like one biscuit. Well, that was terrible. There's only 2 buttons. Oh, good. There's 900 guys I'm sure I'll be fighting, including that guy. That seems to be, this is Warriors of Fate, and fighting that guy seems to be my fate. Can't wait for that. Oh, there's a cool, I was gonna say mace, but I always get, yeah, it is a mace. Wait, is that a mace or is that a morning star? I always get them mixed up. I also like how the game is constantly saying go as if I'm just hanging around sightseeing back here. Out jumping. It was like a Matt Mania move. Like when he jumped, I tried to jump higher, jump later. Turkey. You know what they say is good for you? Random meat that you find in a jungle laying on the ground. That's always good for your health. At least in video games. That's the archers. Yeah. This game is like not shy about sending 20 guys after you all at once. For multiplayer, you need 2 things. A second joystick and a friend. I don't have either of those things right now. I had this girl that said she was my friend. Have you ever met a girl she tried to date? But a year to make love, she wanted you to wait. Let me tell you a story about my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nations. Oh, baby, you got what I need. This'll probably get me a... Oh, let's get some fire. Oh. Man, that did some damage. Oh. Yo, could you tell me where is dorm 3? You showed me where it was. For the moment, I had no idea I was in for such an event. Open the door. Oh, snap. Guess what I saw? This fella cold kissing my girl on the mouth. I was so in shock, my heart went down south. So please don't listen to a crime like that. I never talked to a girl who says she only wants a friend. Don't give me that. Rest in peace, Bismarcky. You know, it was a shame about Bismarcky was about when he passed away. Oh, this guy, man, that mallet. Oh, it's like a Three Stooges guy. He's like, don't. I can't move. Is that all these headlines said, referred to, and I know that this was his nickname, that Bismarcky was the clown prince of rap, but he was really a super smart dude, and he was also very groundbreaking in a lot of the stuff that he did. And it's unfortunate that he's... Oh no, that's me, dead. Fortunately, I brought a few virtual quarters with me here. What's up, L. Curtis Boyle? I always feel weird when I steal other people's gimmicks, like I want to say all hail. That's not my gimmick. I've heard it so many times. Come on, brother. God, I'm curious if you beat the mallet guy, do all these other guys go away, or do you start to kill them all? I can't get out of this. Hey, you just gotta kill a mallet dude. Yeah, that was easy. Let me clear my throat. Kick it over here, baby pops. Let all the fly skimmers hear the beat. Drop. Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. I've never played any Zelda game in my life. How's that for a bad take? There was I believe Vic Sage posted something on Facebook and said it was one of those posts that basically say if you know which of these two things are better, and it was Super Mario Brothers or Legend of Zelda. And I said, one of these games I played a million times, and the other one I've never played. So it was a very easy choice for me. I just sold. I bought the limited edition, the black GameCube when it came out. I bought it brand new, and it came with two different Zelda discs. One was like a regular Zelda game, I think, and then one was like some limited edition Zelda game from the GameCube. I don't know. Never played it. But I just sold it and got $120 on eBay. So somebody else loves Zelda. And I have the other Zelda disc right here. And it could be yours. I think, golly, these guys are chopping my face, man. Okay, you can't shoot me from both sides. Because first of all, they're going to be shooting each other with knives. Come here, you. No. Well, you should have hung on to it, because I sold it for a lot more than 20 bucks. I should sell my GameCube too. I've got my Wii over here, modded with a hard drive to play GameCube games. Oh boy. That reminded me of Shinobi, where those scuba ninjas come out of the water. Come here, Noyanki. Oh, bye-bye, Noyan Key. Alright, let's get over on the roof. You know, I've been into the retro stuff long enough. Well, I've been into retro stuff since before it was retro stuff, right? Like people go, oh, when did you start collecting Atari 2600 games? And I always say, 1978? 1979? I don't know. whenever they came out, I just never got rid of anything. I'm less of a collector and more of a guy who didn't throw stuff away. You know, over time, I remember when Atari games were just, you know, big as collectibles. And then it was Nintendo, right? And then kind of Nintendo's kind of lost, you know, some of the collectability. And then it was Super Nintendo and Genesis, you know, and then Nintendo 64. It's just kind of, you know, as the gamers age, you know, it's whatever. It's what really usually, I believe, generally speaking, it's whatever was hot 20 years ago. And all of a sudden, it's disc games. Like I just sold some Wii games, and Dreamcast stuff is through the roof right now. I mean, there was a time when Dreamcast games were $1 at every garage sale, you know? Should have bought them. But GameCube stuff is real high right now, so... You know, there was a time when I wanted to collect it all. I wanted to own it all, and... I've got... I mean, I'm playing this on MAME, and I've got a Mister, and I've got Raspberry Pi. Let's get one of these knives and stick it in somebody. Seems like a nice thing to do. I kind of want that bigger sword, actually. I used to have a, I used to have a whole wall, not a whole wall, a whole bookshelf. Where am I? I don't even know which guy I am. Of, oh, man. Can't stand up. Can't get out. I want them burgers up there. Give me that yeast burger. I ate it right before he punched me in the face. Okay, that's a bomb. But it wasn't me. But I had this whole wall of Sega Genesis games that I bought like between two different auctions. And I never played Sega Genesis. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I just couldn't get out of that. I guess that's what these games are designed to do, though, is get you to a point where you just drop a few extra quarters in. Okay, get away from the bomb. I'm trying to kill him in the air, but it didn't work. How about I kill you like that, buddy? Hey, buddy. You like that, buddy? Yeah, I had walls and walls of... I had, I think at one point I had about 300 NES carts, you know? And, oh no! People in the water! This water's contaminated with soldiers! This water tastes yucky, I'll bet. This water tastes like dead people. I taste dead people. They're everywhere. Just try to outrun that dude. Did I outrun him? No, he's still there. I kind of sped up there. There was the, I think this was on Unsolved Mysteries. There was a mini-series on Netflix. The thing about the lady, you guys will know this story. It was the young, I believe she was Japanese, I think, that she had come over as a student, and but it's that story where she got into the elevator, and there's the elevator footage of her getting in and out of the elevator, and it's real creepy. And then she disappeared, and nobody knew what happened to her. and they found her weeks later, but she had crawled into the water supply at the top of the hotel and basically climbed in, and then you know, what they essentially said is once you were in, there was no way to get out, and so she drowned in that thing, and people, you know, had reported her as missing and this and that. But the part of the story that bothered me, not the part that she drowned, not the part that any of that other stuff, but oh hey Steve, was that oh boy, here comes a dude with a sword. They all want to get some. Come get some, buddy. You like that, buddy? Oh, he broke my thing there. And he's brought this one little pea ant. You like that, buddy? How about a little slide action? Was that guests at the was it? I want to call it the Overlook Hotel. That's not right. Guests at the hotel started reporting that the drinking water had a funny taste. And when they sent the maintenance guy upstairs to go look at it, it was because there was a rotting human floating in the drinking water. That's the worst part of the whole story. I mean, it's bad she got killed. It's bad that she was obviously suffering from some sort of psychosis, some psychotic event. But the worst part is that people were drinking her. Yuck. I hope whatever happens to me when I die, something unfortunate happens where people are unknowingly eating or drinking me. That gets you a footnote in history, a special story that not very many people can claim. I won't say I wish that happens. I'm just saying that would be, oh, that guy's got a whip. That's a thing. So that happened. All right. Oh, what is that? Is that money, money, money? I went for it and died. That seemed to be worth it. Yeah, so there was like a 6-part mystery thing on Netflix that covered it. And one of the things was there was some, and I'm terrible at names, but there was a death metal musician. It wasn't Burzum. Oh gosh, what was his name? Anyway, he had basically written a whole like songs about it, and basically people fleshed this guy out and got his real name and came after him, and he was like, I'm a musician, I write songs, you know. That's something I talked about on the recent episode, the latest You Don't Know Flack, about Satanic Panic. And one thing that I never, good lord, I gotta fight a whole army by myself? Is I always found it interesting that when people would make movies, like horror movies, you know, like Stephen King or something, people go, yeah, that guy makes horror movies. And when people write horror books, like, you know, Clive Barker or somebody, they go, yep, that guy writes horror books. But when people perform music, I mean, like Alice Cooper, then they're like, ah, he's the devil. And I never understood why that always seemed to stick with, you know, musicians, but not other artists. I always found that interesting. You know, people giving Ozzy a hard time, and, you know, you go, man, Ozzy's just some old dude that... Ozzy didn't write half his own songs, you know? Yeah, Curtis, that's the same thing, you know. Oh my gosh, it is an army. Oh, they're killing the... Oh, you can't kill peasants. Come on, guys. I'm coming. With my scimitar by my side. Gotta jump on my camel named Clyde. And my steed. Hey, look at that. That's good timing. And ride. Just run over people, stab people. You would think that, I mean, like, when I show up at a town, like, these armies would be ready for me. They're like, here comes that green dude. Like, I haven't heard about him. He's the guy that killed 400,000 people? Oh, that guy. I thought I was a different dude that wore green. No, it's that guy. Who did he kill? Remember that village? All of them. He killed everybody in the village. Are those people rooting me on? Thanks, everybody. Gotta line them up like bowling pins. Like in, I feel like that opening scene of Flash Gordon, you know, where they're playing football and the guards line up. Go, Flash, go. Go, Flash, go. I was a kid, you know, in school. I mean, middle grade, when I first heard the album with Ozzy's album with Crazy Train and all that. And I remember the song "Suicide Solution," and you know, it starts off and says, "Wine is fine, but whiskey's wetter." And I was like, oh, it's a play on words, a solution, like a liquid, you know, like, so it's talking about people that are, you know, alcoholics or whatever, people that are drinking themselves to death. I was like, what? That's a punny thing. And then I just remember over and over people talking about, oh boy, you know, they're like, he says the solution is suicide. And I was like, I don't know why I figured it out, and I was 12, and nobody else seemed to be able to understand it, you know, but whatever. Yeah, I think these pink, of course it's the girls are in pink. I'm in green, the color of, well, green's kind of the color of life. I don't know why they sent me to hand out so much death as I'm wearing this cool green armor here. Telegram from Mongo. I do think that you only have to beat the big bad here. Oh, if he doesn't beat me first. Oh, he just took one of my lives. Is that my last life? It is. Alright, another virtual quarter. Merciful fate. I remember, you know, the thing as a kid, as you discover the genre of heavy metal, is that it's constantly, you know, everything's always escalating. You're like, oh, this is the heaviest thing in the world, you know. I remember hearing, Come On, Feel the Noise. It was like, this is the heaviest song I've ever heard. I was a little kid, you know. And then somebody was like, well, if you like that, you got to listen to the Scorpions. Oh, now we're going this way. And then you're like, what, the Scorpions? There's no one like you. I was like, this is the heaviest thing ever. And then, of course, eventually I heard Motley Crue, and I was all into that. You know, so it was just constantly going up. But Merciful Fate was one of those where I was like, you know, everybody was talking about, like, you know, this dude really is satanic and all this. And then I forgot, what is it, Abigail or whatever. And, Grandma, help me out of this wheelchair. I was like, what is this? Merciful Fate was not, King Diamond was just not, wasn't my thing. Yeah, I think Van Halen was definitely heavy metal when, you know, when it was out. I mean, Van Halen's early 70s, you know, so if you think about, of course, you know, what's funny about decades too, I just heard somebody talking about this, but I've always said this, is that decades never go, like, doesn't go from 1970 to 1980. It's always like, you know, 72, 73 to like 81, 82. You know, there's always that little overlap. All right. Let me help you with that mustache. Let me take a little off the top there. Oop. A little off my top. Speaking of taking a little off the top, I'm overdue for a haircut by like 2 months. Like I just have not felt like getting out and getting a haircut. And my hair is so thick. My hair is very thick. And so it takes months and months and months before it gets long. It just gets thick. And that's where it's at now. So there's no fixing it. There's no, like, it doesn't lay down. It just keeps growing up and up and out. God, those, the Mustachio brothers here. There's no saving the hair. I mean, when you work from home for months at a time, or a year, or 2 years now, there's like really no point in getting haircuts. What am I doing? Motorhead. You know, I didn't get into Motorhead until way later. Like, I didn't get into Motorhead till like, you know, I was 30, something like. Because there was a couple of bands, Motorhead, Iron Maiden, that I knew like 1 or 2 songs from, like, you know, Iron Maiden. I knew like there was a couple of videos, you know, Run to the Hills, and Can I Play with Madness? That was a Seventh Son. It's a great album. I'm telling you, if you're ever on a pub trivia team and you need your music guy, I'm your guy. I'm just a music trivia guy. I'm not obviously not your Capcom fighter guy. I gotta be something. Anyway, same with the Motorhead. I knew Ace of Spades, and that was all I knew, you know. And it wasn't until much later when I started digging into the Motorhead discography. Curtis, when I was a kid, I used to. My mom would make me go to the beauty college to get haircuts, and it was you know, all the beauty college students, and the haircuts were $4, and she would send me in with a 5. She would wait out in the car. Oh, there's a horse. Give me that horse. And anyway, they would always have to stop my haircuts halfway through and sharpen their shears. They would be like, your hair is so thick, I gotta resharpen my shears or my scissors, you know. It was constant. Every time. Like, very consistent, I should say. Oh, I almost had that guy. You know, my mom was a big believer in, if you got a bad haircut, if you just waited a couple weeks, it would grow out. So I don't think anybody was. When I was a little kid, I was a hippie. I had little long hair. My hair was always in my eyes and stuff. And then I didn't really start getting short haircuts until Footloose came out, and I wanted a spike. I wanted to spike like Ren and Footloose, which if you go back and watch Footloose now, it doesn't even look like a spike. And I just remember at the time it was like the most weirdly abstract haircut I had ever seen, and now it looks so conservative. It's I don't know why I'm getting all this food. I didn't survive the fight, so I'm what am I doing now? Oh, archers. Queensryche was good. I saw someone mention Queensryche. I was a latecomer to Queensryche. I actually saw Queensryche live in the 80s, and I didn't want to. And the reason I went is because Suicidal Tendencies were opening for him, and I really like Suicidal Tendencies. So I got to see Suicidal Tendencies, and I got to see, I believe, I've got a little library. I can start a library here while I'm kicking ass of reading books. Oh, halt! Face me, Aquila Orin. Curse you! Well, I can't read that fast. Alright. I got a feeling that it's the same thing. I'm gonna have to get the main bad guy, but he's got better henchmen than the other guy had. Can I play with virtual corners and MAME? Yeah, I saw at the same show. It was Candlebox. Now maybe. Didn't mean to treat you bad, but did it anyway. I had Candlebox's first album, and that is literally the only song I used to listen to. Remember when we used to buy albums for a single song? And man, my friends were so into. I'd have to sit at the lunch table at school every day and hear about all their stupid mind crime theories. They're like, Dr. X is doing this, and I'd be like, oh my god, would you shut up? Who cares? And then when Silent Lucidity came out, they were like, oh, that song's terrible, and that's all I used to sing. I'd just sit at the table and be like, Silent Lucidity. That's how I got my revenge. Singing Silent Lucidity from their favorite band. But I was way more into suicidal tendencies. And I had a Join the Army t-shirt, and I had a one of those biker hats where the bill flipped up. It said suicidal on it, and then I got in trouble at school for wearing a shirt or a hat that said suicidal, which is silly. I mean, I get it. It's not silly, but I only got in trouble 2 different times for clothing at school. There we go. Das. That's my victory. Curtis, you were into early Maiden. I wasn't into. I mean, the first Maiden that I ever heard was, I think, The Trooper. Oh, these are like the Chinese statues. Like the guard statues of the Emperor. That's kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't expect that one to fall on me, but that's cool. That's cool, bro. Just drop that statue anywhere. Oh, perfect. Now, I didn't do anything on the eating challenge. So I was a huge fan of Colombian music. I started that with cassettes. Oh, I'm going to pause this so I can drink some Kool-Aid for a second. Oh, was that it? Was that the main bad dude? All right, we're launching fire. Oh no, more rounds. Oh, we gotta go to the underworld now, looks like. Jump, my friend. Kick ass, my friend. So this friend of mine, Scott, one of the original Nasty Pirates, if you know what that means, if you listen to the podcast and you know about the Nasty Pirates. He had joined the Columbia tape thing, and it was like buy one, get 11 free, and then you had to buy a couple more, and then you got some more free or whatever, and then you could quit, right? And so he came to school, and I think he got, and then if you sign somebody else up, then you got something for, oh, look at that. Hello, my friend. It's like a giant salt shaker on a stick. Would you come, just quit flying off screen there and I'll give you a present. Hello. And so Go. I'm trying to go. Where do I go? Oh. Oh, it's going to help me go. It's going to tell me where to go. That's my job. I tell you where to go. You don't tell me where to go. One of my favorite things that I always do to my wife is she'll say something like, I'm making you something to eat. And then I'll say, you don't make me something to eat. I make you stuff to eat. And then she says, what does that mean? I go, I don't know. She'll say, you turn up here. I say, you don't tell me where to turn. I tell you where to turn. She says, where do we turn? I go, I don't know. It's a joke that never gets old. What's that dude doing up there? He just... Oh! Oh! Take that. What is this dude? Is he just watching? Hey, is there a fight in that window? Yeah, now this sword. Me likey. Don't lose the sword, dummy. So anyway, the way I remember it, and it could be slightly different, but the way I remember it is that Scott was the first one of us that got into Columbia House. And of course he got us signed up. And so he got his free tapes, and then we got 11 or 12 tapes. And then we kind of just rotated through the group of us, Jeff and me and Scott and a couple other guys. And, you know, so I went from having, you know, a handful of cassettes to having, you know, 100. And I remember getting, I would have liked what was in that barrel. Oh, the ships hit? Well, there's some barrel stuff. I ain't got no time for barrels. Good Lord. We've sent our best, and I mean all of them. That's all you've sent? 7 men? There's 2 things you did not account for, gentlemen. Number 1, my prowess with the sword. And number 2, the fact that I have infinite continues. I like this thing that looks like a stack of batteries. Oh. Somebody brought a bow and arrow to a sword fight. Oh. I like going into places that are on fire. That's kind of my MO here. So, anyway, man, I just had so many tapes. And I remember that a friend of mine, I had Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. And a friend of mine was like, oh man, what do you think about the artwork on the inside? The rejected artwork, you know? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, have you not opened the tape up? And so we opened the cassette up, you know, and unfolded the little J card, and there was nothing, just white inside there. There's no lyrics or nothing, and the cassette tape was white. And he was like, yeah, dude, my tape doesn't look like that. And he brought his tape, and his tape was, the actual cassette was clear, and inside it, the J card folded out, and it had all the lyrics, and it had the alternate artwork, the band R-rated artwork, and I was like, hey, I think I've been getting inferior tapes from Columbia House. And oh, I'm going the wrong way. I thought it was over there. So there was that, and then so I had a really loud, well, this wasn't the best stereo I ever had, but I had a pretty loud stereo in this car, in this one car I had. And the car got broken into. I was just starting to get CDs. And then so I had like, you know, like I had a couple of Metallica albums on CD and a couple on cassette, you know. It was like I was making that transition. And then someone broke into my car. I'm hitting the wrong button on the joystick. That's not helping cause here. Oh boy. can't stand up. Just trying to get away at the moment. This is not gonna last long. So anyway, somebody broke into my car and stole all my cassettes. And I had a, you remember those briefcases that would hold like 30 cassettes? I had a double-sided one that held 60 cassettes. And they stole 60 of my favorite cassettes. And after that, I was like, all right, well, time to move to CDs. So I just started buying CDs. And I was friends with this kid named Jim in college. And he had this huge CD collection. And I was like, man, because everybody I knew had like 10 CDs, you know, or whatever. I was like, how'd you get all these CDs? He goes, well, I do Columbia House. And I said, well, you know, I used to do Columbia House too, but... Hold on. Gotta focus on this orange sherbet mother. Trying to sneak my way out. This is like a leg sweep in Mortal Kombat. That only worked for a while. And I was like, "Hey, how'd you get all these CDs?" And he's like, "Oh, you know, for the club." And I was like, "Yeah, I did the club, but you still got to pay for CDs." And he's like, "Nah, I just get them sent to the dorm, and then, you know, I just don't pay it. They're not going to come find you at a dorm." And I was like, "You just never pay him?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't care." And he actually gave me a bunch of CDs. He was like, "Yeah, I don't ever pay for these. I just keep signing up or whatever, and use a different dorm." And he used the guy's dorm that was next to him. And I'm telling you what, if they bring one more archer to this fight, oh, that was kind of the old double dragon trick. Watch this. I'm just over here. Hi-ya! Oh, man. There you go. Suck that. Suck that, Kubla Dai, or whatever your name was. Oh, hey, Jeffrey. What's going on? I've got something sitting on my desk that I got for you that I need to run over. After I beat this, I'll bring it over. So, yeah, that was the end of the cassettes, and then moving to the CD world. I believe Steel Rat is the first person my age that I knew that had a CD player. My dad had a CD Walkman that used like 4 or 6 double A's or something. It would last about 30 minutes. I think it lasted a little longer than that, but... Man, you know what? The world has too many archers. And let's see, I should be right on the bomb. And that goes off. I never see it in a bow and arrow again. It'll be too soon. My first CD player, well, I didn't have in my car, I didn't have a CD player. I had a CD Walkman and the little Radio Shack cassette adapter, you know. It would go into the cassette player. And I would take a pillow and put it on the center console and have it sitting on there to try to keep it from skipping. Soup, lurk all you want. I'm so glad to have you here. I know that I wish that I mean, this is a stupid wish, but that time zones worked out better, and that everybody could, you know, be on the same time zones and stuff. But I always love it when you drop by, and it's good to see you. Oh, and for my niceness, I got punched in the back. I'd really rather have that. No, don't shoot me in the back with no arrow, you punk. Give me that battle axe. They call me Battle Axe Harry for a reason. Nobody's ever called me that, but... give me that battle axe. Oh. Give me that bomb in the face. Oh, thanks. I'm so sick of chicks with throwing darts. Come on, Ibaka. Not to be confused with Serge Ibaka, former point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, that music sounds like somebody's gonna kill me. Nice. 7, 6, 8. Send your best 16s, 8, 16s, 32s. I think I'm missing 4s. Send your best 4s, 8, 16, 32s. Oh. And how do they make sure that the rocks only hit the invaders? Like that the rocks don't hit their own people? How do they protect that? Also, I don't like a game where I can't pronounce a single bad guy's names. Well, it's Basil. I can pronounce that one. Boga. Yatek. It's like they went to the Star Wars School of Naming. Yeah, they're, oh, now this is nice. So this is a great angle. So I've got to go up in a left to right scrolling game. Left to right. We're going this way, I guess. We're going this way? Oh, good. All those guys are still with me. Awesome. Man. Wizard says he works for Best Buy and remembers when he bought his first DVD player for $400. It retailed for $780. My first DVD player was $4.99, and I got it for Christmas from my dad. And it came with an offer for 5 free DVDs. I believe it was a Sony DVD player. And inside there was a little catalog that you could pick 5 movies out of, I don't know how many, 20, 30. It wasn't a huge selection. And I got, I think a movie called Step Sisters. It was like different categories. Like you could get 1, action, 1, whatever. I know I got 6 Days, 7 Nights. I got Lethal Weapon 4. And I got Lost in Space. And Stargate. The only one I'm not sure about is that Stepmothers or Stepsisters or whatever it was called. I don't even think I ever watched that one. And I only watched 6 Days, 7 Nights because it had Harrison Ford in it. Yeah, your extras, it was like, extras included on this movie. A trailer. Or, extras included on this movie. Animated menu. Oh, that was a meat bun. Yeah, Matrix was, that was a nice surprise. Is there a way that I'm supposed to be avoiding that? Or there's just... Matrix was a really early one for me, and then Ghostbusters. And the original Ghostbusters DVD had so many extras. It had the commentary track that was like Mystery Science Theater 3000. It had like a little extra that showed you like how the special effects were made. And that was really what made me fall in love with DVDs, was like the extras. And to this day, I mean, literally last week for sure, well, even Sunday, I was in Big Lots and I was looking at I like go buy the DVDs and I will go through and look for movies that have commentary tracks. And I just love, you know, and there's a lot of terrible commentary tracks out there for movies. I mean, where people just talk about random stuff. I just saw a really good one. What was it? Oh, it was The Thing. And it has Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. But the only bad part about it is about halfway through, they just start talking about their kids' soccer games and stuff. And ooh, now we're down in Hades. We're underground. There's the Knife Girls. The Knife Sisters. Oh, but there's my hammer. That's what I'm talking about. I need to watch. I'm gonna drive over to Steel Rats. I can't wait until it gets dark. So hopefully I can beat this before it gets dark. Yeah, I got to. Oh boy. Oh no, those chicks with knives, man. That's on my high school, my yearbook. It was like likes, computers and technology, dislikes, chicks with throwing knives. Likes, stabbing chicks with throwing knives. That'll get you kicked out of school now. Can't joke about stabbing people. Not that jokes about stabbing people are necessarily a good idea in a yearbook. I mean, I want to make that distinction. Oh, there's a big giant padlock and a lock on this door. Oh, that sounds bad. Kai Batar. Are they little people, or they just look little compared to, because that other guy's so big? I can't tell. Like, how about you get me on that horse? It's just off screen far enough. No? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's one thing I don't like. It's getting stabbed by little people. I mean, it's a long list of I don't like that. I don't care for that so much. But I mean, if it's a long list of things I don't like, one of the things that I wouldn't like would be getting stabbed in the face by little people. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, right? Or also getting stabbed by anybody else. I don't remember that, see, I start reading the chat and then I get killed. I don't remember anybody, like the Metallica shirts. I don't think that was a deal in our school. There was a kid, Steel Rat remembers his name, Eric Schulzenberger, and he was the first person I ever saw wearing a Metallica shirt, and he was wearing the original design and title for the first album, which ended up being Kill 'Em All, but it was called Metal Up Your... See, I'm always worried because I know I'm going to put this on the Amigos, but it was called Metal Up Your Ass, and it had This a switchblade knife coming like a hand coming out of a toilet with a switchblade. Oh, okay, what do we got here? Albaca. Oh, gotta be getting towards the end, I would think here. Oh, I'm stuck back here. Alright. Guess I could go around this? Oh, that was just a little thing for me to, oh, you know what? I got sidetracked, earlier. I said I only got in trouble for, 2 pieces of clothing ever the whole time I went to school. One was a Suicidal Tendencies hat, and the other was a Spuds McKinsey shirt. And I had a teacher, Mr. Bedell, who, in the middle of class, noticed my shirt and sent me to the principal's office for wearing a Spuds McKinsey shirt. Now, this would have been 8th grade? Number one, I don't think I hadn't drank a beer in 8th grade. I mean, if you want to stay on the other side of that fence, I will stab you multiple times. And then get hit with rocks. And break your fence. Now you gotta do fence repair. And the only thing worse than getting stabbed is having to do fence repair. I'd rather get stabbed. And so anyway, this teacher, Mr. Bedell, sent me to the principal's office because I was wearing a Spuds McKinsey shirt. And I was like, I was a good student, man. I was a straight A student, and I didn't get in trouble like that, you know? And so, oh, I want that sword. Oh, I want that sword. I'm like, I didn't get in trouble. Oh, I'm going to stab this lady. And so, anyway, I went to the bathroom and, like, waited I turned my shirt inside out, and I waited 5 minutes. Because I'd heard that that's what they did to other kids. And so I just turned my own shirt inside out, and then I came back to class, and I said, the principal just made me turn my shirt inside out, and he goes, okay. And so that was it. So I didn't really go to the principal's office. You have to break this at different levels? Jeez. The fence is tougher than the enemies. I don't really need this. I'm going to save that for in a minute. Look at these numbskulls. I also like how it's constantly telling me to go. Like, I can't go. There's people stabbing me in the face, dude. Don't tell me to go. I tell you when I go. Got a nice end table. Would be nice. Now let's go get this Peking duck. And then later these guys go back and they report to their boss. And they're like, he's like, listen, I know there was a fight and stuff, but has anybody seen my Peking duck? I just left it in a barrel in the woods. Have you seen it? Yeah, that guy killed all our people and then he ate our Peking duck. This shall not stand. So, had the old Spuds McKinsey shirt. And by the way, this is how much of a threat I was. With my Spuds McKinsey shirt, I was also wearing a Miami Vice jacket over it. What is he peeking at? I love those commercials where they're... Oh, I should have just kept him pinned over there. I was doing better. Where the dad asks the kid, he says, hey, what kind of fish is that? Don't be coy. I love good dad jokes. And bad dad jokes. I think Big Johnson was either not popular here or was after me or something. I do remember, what was the other one? Dick's Last Resort. I think I remember seeing those. Oh. You are all going to be soldier pate. Don't take my sword. Took my sword. I'm like the Hulk. I'm fine until they take my sword. And it makes me mad. I could really use some Peking duck. There was a kid, I think his name was Ron. Now I have you. Oh boy. Stay out of the way. You will never get past me. He's probably true, but he doesn't know how many quarters I brought. Hey, I thought we killed you. I bought another human life for 25 cents. Which really is a bargain if you think about it. I'm sure that Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein probably invested more than 25 cents. The art of reanimation. Oh, some other dudes show up. That's good. Bomb throwers. So I gotta remember, anytime the big dudes... Oh! Well, that's a surprise. Anytime the big dude's on the screen, I just need to focus on him. Although I can't seem to get near him. And, oh, that did it. Man. This guy's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and he blocks shots. Man, this guy is something. I want to get that throwing knife. And I'm going to... Oh. I'm going to get it. And I'm going to... cut ya. Ha ha! Surprise! I was hiding here. I mean, I've killed a bunch of his henchmen, and they just keep not respawning, but more guys. I guess I'd say respawning. Yeah, no, I agree with you. You know, I had a real gauntlet machine, and I never played it. You know, because once you could put unlimited things on it, you know, I used to joke that Gauntlet in the arcade is a game to see how far you can get on a set amount of quarters. And Gauntlet at home is a contest to see how long you can stand up. Because that was it, you know. It was... Okay, that didn't seem nice. Yeah, I would... if I were playing this for real, what I would do is I would say, okay, I'm giving myself, you know, 4 quarters or something like that. And then I would just say that's, you know... I would just say that's it. You know, however far I can get on 4 quarters, you know. This game is long. I didn't think it would be this long. Surrender now! You have no way to escape. Okay. Oh, look at my time. Well, it wasn't so hard. I hope you like to... No, this cannot be true! How... I guess if you want to be good at fighting games, you got to be able to read faster. Oh, is that another... That was a bonus level? Yeah, Simpsons Arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, all those beat 'em up, you know. So yeah, like we would play Double Dragon and we would say, you know, can you beat Double Dragon on 1/4? That was the challenge. Or can you beat Golden Axe on 1/4? But oh, look at this. You have done well indeed. You have earned the gratitude of the people of Eternal. I think some of the way we heal the prosper. I was trying to read as fast as I could. Does it show how many quarters I used? I wanted to show how many I used. Is that 50? Nah, it can't be really 56. Oh, I got the girl. Yay! Yay! This is a good ending to a game. Everybody's flat. Where were all these people when I was kicking ass out in the forest by myself? Peace and prosperity restored to the land. He began a long ago. This will not save, and I don't care. Oh, it's a fun. I like the ending here. We got a little recap of all the butt kicking I did. Oh yeah, remember that time I went and kicked those guys' butts? Yeah. Oh, sit around the trees, sit around the fire, my children, and let me tell you about all the butt kicking that I did. Then I went and I kicked butt on their fancy carpet, on their rugs. I went and I kicked these ladies' teeth in that had knives. And there was a big dude with a sword and I killed that guy. Then I killed this man by a waterfall. But I had a limited amount of time to kill him. But I killed him anyway. I killed him real good. Look at that score. I wish it said how many actual quarters that I used. So, all right, well, that was a fun little break. Warriors of Fate by Capcom. Fate for glory. We did it, everybody. And now, everybody who watched is responsible for, we're going to divvy up how many quarters I use. So if everybody could send me, I think it's about 9 quarters per person in the chat. I should break even on this game. So thanks for everybody who jumped in on a little random Monday stream. I still see Aardvark in the house. We got Drazu. We got Ivy AF. Jason Warrens. Hey, Jason Warrens. I didn't see you in there. Il Curtis B. Lord Soup. Picard. Steel Rat 666. Steve Burtz. Tintin. Wing Chun Wolf. Hey. Snow Dog. And Zerfall. Everybody hanging out. Do Canadian quarters work? No. So you have to send me loonies and toonies. See, I know. I've been to Canada. All right, everybody. Well, that was a fun little break. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. And I am going to go run over and deliver something to Steel Rat 666. So I will see you guys. I'll definitely see you Wednesday night at the normal time. And there may be some other streams here and there along the way. Take care, everybody. Hey, thanks for getting up, Soup. Soup, you should have seen the ending. It was amazing. The ending was 5 minutes long. It was like a movie. It was fantastic. All right, you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.